Hello, great people. Davido's name has been on every lips. Everywhere you go, you hear Davido. Even Wike, there's some Wike that said, oh, Wike, that his name has been on every lips. Trust me, his name has not been on every lips like that of Davido in the past few days. Based on the statement that Davido made in the United States during a podcast that Nigeria economy is in shambles. This has been generating a lot of reaction. In fact, from both intelligent and unintelligent people, both the poor and the rich, the intellectual and the ignorant, different people have an opinion for and against what Davido said. In this video, I'll be speaking about the reaction. I'll be picking one male and one female that are from what I can call the constituency of Davido, which is the entertainment industry. And I'll be picking the response, the popular response of one of the presenters on TVC that allegedly owned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know the popular program, Your View. One of the presenters, Nimat, had a strong reaction as regards what Davido said, and this had made the news headlines and is all over the social media. So I will be playing you in a moment what Nimat said, a strong reaction to Davido's statement. Then after what, I will be showing you Davido's response because Davido gave a response. Then after that, I will be telling you my response and what I have in support of Davido's response and what I have against it. So the way the lady served Davido water, I have a good response for her as regards her comment. But first thing first, this video is a very packed video. So before we go in that particular order, I would like to hear from you in the comment section. What is your opinion about what Davido said? And what is your opinion about what Nimat said? To just refresh your mind, I know some polythinkers have already watched what Davido said, but it's just 57 seconds. So let us start with what Davido said first to put it in context. Then after that, we go to what Nimat said, then to Davido's response. Then we'll now come to my own perspective as regards the whole issue. Let's watch the video, my people. Let's watch it.
The question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those
Leave America and go where?
back
Let's
home,
be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
it's not.
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
But if okay, so with if people are
I do
leaving,
my part.
yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
you're
bad
not gonna try
parts.
to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah,
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. The a lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil and we pay more money for oil.
There you have it. You hear what Davido said, right? And you are a Nigerian, so you know the reality of Nigeria, and you know the kind of what Nigerians are going through. Now, let us go to Nimat's video to hear what Nimat said. Then we go to Davido's response. Then I will give you my strong perspective as regards Nimat's response. Let's watch Nimat's response. Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Okay, so Davido did something very responsible, and I stick to it. Davido is one of the privileged Nigerians who are dual citizens. He talks about his Atlanta background a lot. Did he do a service to the Nigerian who doesn't have that privilege? No, because that Nigerian needs an investor who would set up and create an enabling labor market that will give him life, that will empower him, that will employ him. What Davido has simply done is that when Asiwaju is taking a plane to country to look for the foreign investors that will come here, he's told them, don't come. Has he done a service to the average Nigerian inside Ede that does not know the royal family of Ede? Has he done a service to the Nigerians in Omwaron, who is in the bush trying to get wood? Has he done anybody a privilege in the rice farms in Bida? No, he hasn't. He has spoken whose truth? Of the elites. The people who spend the dollars, 1 minute, stop, not the people who buy beans per pinto. We know that the country is hard. We know that these reforms were forced on us because if we had continued to feed the elites, we would be worse off.
Yeah.
They had to take out subsidy, stop the payment. Allocation has increased to state governors, but we are not asking the governors.
No.
We have removed the supplement that we give to dollar so that we can buy it cheaply. We are now forced to buy it how we see it. And this is the real value. We are suffering under that weight. And what you can say is it's bad here. It's not bad. Did you hear the campaigns? During the elections, just the completed election, did you hear the campaigns? That's of what the reality of America is. And Oprah would say it at elections, but she won't sit on a show or sit at a table and tell everybody, or tell a foreign interviewer what Davido did. And that's where it's wrong. Because you sat there, but now your reference point for whether they should go ahead and invest in the country. See, the point is, no matter how true your truth is, all your truth, if it's not going to be of service to your people, it's in the corridors where he could make that noise privately. But no, he chose to tell that person on it that America care. Come where care. Whereas what we need is foreign investors. That's what our government has said we needed. Except Davido can show me 2-3 companies where he's producing beans, rice, the local food for the local man, so that he can be talking. Yes, we'll know what you're talking, but you're still talking amongst yourselves. And I don't see any privilege, any service.
There you have it. You just watch what Nimat said. And I look forward to your perspective as regards our submission in the comment section. But remember to keep it civil. Now, you can see on the screen what Davido said. Davido's response is that, oh, Lima, at TVC News NG, now today, you all are mad because we are the real ambassadors. The way my accent be for that interview, they sweet me, very demure. Well, that is Davido's response. Now, I have a response for Nimat and for Davido. First, Davido, you are rich, fine. You know how to sing, fine. But you don't know how to respond. With profound respect to you, you need to go to the school of response. You need to find a university whereby there's a department of response and go and take some course there so that on matters like this, you know how to respond. Now, if this video gets to you, I want to teach you how to respond to this kind of outburst, which is that Nimat, or should I say Alaja Mrs. Nimat, you see, this energy, the energy that you put in attacking David Adeleke, popularly called Davido, if that energy, if you have put it in holding government accountable as a media station, allegedly owned by the president, if you guys have risen above board to practice journalism and media the way it should truly be practiced, madam, you won't have a government that is performing like this, and the video won't have a reason to go and make that outburst in the United States. When the president came on board and he promised renewed hope, but Nigerians are now hopeless, what have you said about it? Then you don't have energy. When the president said Nigeria is broke, there's no money, but the president bought private jets, where were you then? If you have, you may say you criticize it, but I'm sure you didn't use this kind of energy. If you have used this kind of energy to criticize the president when he bought private jet, despite claiming that Nigeria does not have money, maybe the video would not be in position to make that statement. When they were using 21 billion naira to allegedly build the house of the vice president, where were you then? Remember the case of the yacht. Where were you when all these things were being happening? When minors were being arraigned, you may, as a mother, perhaps criticize it, but I'm not sure that you use this kind of, because for the media to pick, you are not the only one on set, but for the media to single-handedly pick you, and I watch the clip, your energy, or should I use street parlor, your own ginger was quite different. That is why the media was able to pick and report your own part of the conversation. So for me, rather than attack the video, if you as a media personality have been holding government accountable, maybe government would have performed better and the video would not have any reason for this outburst. Then you made some statement in that video. You said that the president is going outside the country to seek foreign investor, but the video is telling them not to come. Madam, you are wrong. No, it is not the video that is telling them not to come. It is insecurity that is telling them not to come. It is lack of obedience of court order, human rights abuses, lack of freedom of speech that is telling them not to come. It is the case of Ogun State and Zone Chan that is telling them not to come to Nigeria. It is all the anomalies that is telling investors not to come. And if you are an investor, see, we need to educate ourselves as a Nigerian. Sometimes when investors want to go into a country, they spend tens of hundreds of dollars to get the right information. Because if you want to come into Nigeria now, and let's say you are bringing in $50 billion to invest in the Nigerian economy, you would naturally afford to spend $200,000 to investigate anything and everything possible about Nigeria, isn't it? So investors are not fooled. This is a jet age. This is social media age. So even if Davido have not said anything, the investors will do their own research. They would hire their own people, researchers, to research about Nigeria and to give them the security indices, economic indices, and judicial indices, and every indices humanly possible. So this is not a matter of Davido. No, the energy that you use for Davido, use it to hold government accountable. Then you said that Davido has told them not to come. You see, Davido did the right thing in the sense that, speaking otherwise, if he had marketed Nigeria, we only protect the interest of the elite class, the rich class, in the sense that if Davido have spoken of all the investment, foreign direct investment that have been coming into Nigeria, how has Nigerians fully benefited from it? And I repeat, fully benefited from it. Most Nigerians, if you look at the economic realities and the qualification that they are being underpaid anyway. If you look at all these foreign banks, multinational banks that came into Nigeria, I don't want to be mentioning. If you look at some of these telecom industries, when they first started, and they are yet to be in tune with the Nigerian pattern, some of them were paying well. But when they have been established and they are well grounded, some of them are even underpaying the people that are working for them. So if the foreign direct investment had come, government would have made profit, but at the end of the day, Nigerians wouldn't have benefited much as they should have benefited. I'm not saying that Nigerians are not benefiting. For instance, you can pick up your phone and place a call. So if all this telecom are not coming to Nigeria, you may not be able to make that happen. But then the thing is that his outburst has helped majority to get the change that they've always desired. Davido's outburst has helped the majority of Nigerians to get the change that they've long desired, because you want to ask yourself that how will people communicate with the government? All avenue of communication has been blocked. There's no means to communicate with government. In the sense that Nigerians don't have a voice. So if you choose not to communicate through an outburst, the question is, what are the avenues available? Don't forget that the elections, there's no free and fair election in this country. We all know that. You cannot even protest. Your right to protest has been taken away from you. There's no means of communication to the government. So these are the kind of ways that government will know that, okay, there is truly pain in the land, and government will begin to take action. So you cannot begin to blame Davido. Davido did the right thing by saying the truth. And you as a mother, you are criticizing Davido. But when you wake up every day, when you see your child, what do you teach your child? Do you tell your child to lie? Do you teach your child to lie? So if you don't teach your child to lie, why are you now criticizing Davido for saying the truth? Except if you want to tell me, Nimat, that every day when you wake up and you want to advise your child, you are always telling your child that, my child, where you go and lie. When you see the truth, don't say it, say the other thing. That's the only when I can believe you or take your criticism against Davido seriously. Else, to me, it is just hypocrisy. And let us look at it. What is the hope for young people? You are already made, right? People knows you. You are a media personality. But how about the young ones? The Nigerian government is borrowing money every day, borrowing loan every day. And it gives you concern as a Nigerian that where are we really heading to in this country? So all that one, it no concern you. See the energy that you are giving to Davido's statement. You don't know that Davido himself may also be feeling the heat, because everybody in Nigeria are feeling it. The rich also cry, as they say. Davido himself would have felt the impact of the economic hardship on his life. And he talked about oil. Is it not true that Nigeria has oil, but Nigerians are paying expensively for what they have? Is he lying about the exchange rate? Is he lying about the economy? So give the boy some rest, please. Davido is not your problem. Face the problem of Nigeria the way it should be. And that is what I have to say. If everybody is speaking out, as Davido is speaking out, definitely Nigeria will be a better place. So if we take people to speak out publicly and government feel a little bit embarrassment, if that would bring the desired change for the ordinary man walking on the street, then so be it. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politin with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we relax to analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do you want to subscribe? Turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great, interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, of course, you already know that I love you all sincerely.